So, can you actually train your husband or boyfriend? One author is saying you can, and it's pretty much like training a dog. New York Times bestselling author L.A. Knight is here to talk about his new book, Dog Training the American Male. L.A., welcome to CT Style. Great to have you here.
Thank you. Good morning.
So the book is getting great reviews. People are saying they can't put it down. Give us an overview, if you will.
Well, Dog Training the American Male is a novel. It's a funny novel about a woman named Dr. Nancy Beach, who's a radio talk show hostess and a relationship guru. Only the relationship guru can't make her own relationships work. Her advice is all based upon her degrees, but not practical experience. So she ends up moving in with a new guy, and he's a little bit strange, sort of a walking case of phobias. And so the relationship is sort of doomed to be in the beginning. But he comes home one day with a 120-pound German Shepherd, and her first reaction is to throw the dog and him out. But she decides to hire a dog trainer, and she realizes from the dog trainer that dogs and men are pretty much alike, and that the dog training techniques that are used on the German Shepherd can be used on her boyfriend.
Well, if you will compare the two, because I don't know if it's the kindest thing to be, comparing men to dogs, but you're a man. Why is this comparison made?
Well, men and dogs are both simple creatures. We know what we want. We're not too complicated. If you scratch our belly or you let us lay on the sofa and watch, we're pretty much happy. What man amongst us hasn't peed on a tree before, or howled at the moon, or looked at our own bowel movements before we flushed, or, humped a woman's leg, or, begged for a treat? We're pretty much all dogs, and we like it that way.
All right, so what are some basic techniques, if you will? Where do you start?
Well, actually, there are two dog trainers in Dog Training the American Male, and they both came to us as real characters, real people that had trained our dogs years ago. And the first dog trainer is a woman, and she believes in the treats, that to get a positive result, you encourage positive behavior. And so the treats for Nancy Beach using it on her boyfriend come down to food and sex and a few other things. But that wears off kind of quickly. And then the second trainer is brought in, like we brought in a second trainer, and that was a professional police canine trainer. And canine trainers don't use treats. What they use is, first they have to establish that they're the alpha dog. And so Nancy's trials and tribulations establishing that she's the alpha dog in the relationship are pretty funny. And they start getting into things like electrical shock collars and
Oh, dear.
walking her boyfriend on a treadmill. And
There you go. Can I ask you if this works on women as well? Your tricks?
doesn't work with women. Does not work with women.
Doesn't work. A little more complicated?
Women are a little bit more complicated. You have the hormonal effect, and trying it on women is like hurting cats. It just doesn't work.
Very good. And where can we find your book, L.A.?
A Dog Training the American Male is sold on Amazon. It's sold in all bookstores and other outlets.
You make it sound so simple.
It really is simple. I mean, guys want to be treated like dogs. We want to, if you give us what we want, we'll give you what you want.
All right, I will remember that. Thank you so much for joining us here today on CT Style.
Thank you.